Well, thank you for coming here this afternoon. I wanted to come out and talk to Canadians through you. Obviously, the people are quite anxious looking at the changes in the stock market today. We're seeing a good deal of anxiety because of the issues that we're seeing in terms of the potential economic impacts of COVID-19. So I thought we'd provide some context. First of all, obviously, I recognize that there's a very large amount of uncertainty around the impacts of COVID-19, around the depth of the impact and the geographic spread and the potential duration. We're also seeing that markets are being impacted by the discussions at OPEC. Oil prices are obviously being significantly impacted through those discussions. I want you to know that I'm very much in tune and in touch with players around this. I've been in extensive discussions with key leaders in our banking sector, in our energy sector, and other key business leaders, in touch with international colleagues, as well as talking to other finance ministers across Canada, including today the Alberta Finance Minister. So what are we doing? First and foremost, we are very focused on dealing with assuring people that we have our health system strong. It's a world-class system that is working well for Canadians. We are thinking about how we can ensure that we continue to be very well prepared. So that is first and foremost the most important thing we can do. Of course, we're also making sure that we tell people that we have their backs, that we are thinking about impacts on individuals, employees, that we are focused on how we can support businesses to the extent businesses need to be supported in a challenging time. What I want people to know is that we have a very strong fiscal position. The Canadian economy, of course, has produced significant benefits over many years, and one of them is that we have a level of debt as a function of our economy that is very low. It provides us with fiscal capacity to deal with challenges, to help people today, to help our economy tomorrow. We also know that we have a very strong banking system, so that is a positive. I've been in touch, as I said, with banking leaders, in fact, pretty well every day, and that system is strong and continues to be a source of strength for our economy. Je voudrais dire, je sais qu'il y a un niveau d'anxiété le système, notre situation économique. C'est clair qu'avec les changements dans les marchés, il y a des gens qui voudraient savoir la situation. Ce que je peux dire, il y a un niveau de volatilité à cause de la situation de coronavirus. Bien sûr, ça va durer. C'est à cause de l'incertitude au niveau de la duration et la significance de le défi. Bien sûr, il y a maintenant aussi un défi avec le prix du pétrole. C'est à cause des négociations internationales. Pour moi, ce que je peux dire, je suis chaque journée, je parle avec les leaders dans le secteur le secteur bancaire, les leaders dans le secteur d'énergie, les leaders internationaux, pour assurer que je suis à l'aise avec les défis qu'on a en ce moment. Ce que je peux dire, notre système est dans une bonne position. On va toujours commencer avec l'assurance que notre système de santé est dans une très bonne situation, et ça c'est clair. On a les préparations importantes pour assurer que ça continue d'être le cas. Et aussi, nous sommes dans une bonne position au niveau fiscal. Nous avons un niveau de dette par rapport à notre économie qui est très très bon. Et ça veut dire qu'on a la possibilité d'assurer les gens, les Canadiens, les Canadiennes, qu'on peut faire des choses pour eux s'il y a un problème. On peut assurer que nous pouvons aider les compagnies si c'est nécessaire. Et bien sûr, on peut faire des choses fiscales si c'est nécessaire dans l'avenir. En même temps, je peux dire que notre système bancaire est dans une très bonne position, c'est très solide, c'est un avantage au Canada. Donc, avec les avantages de notre système de santé, les avantages de notre système bancaire et la très bonne situation du gouvernement fédéral, nous sommes dans une bonne position.
You've been offering these reassurances to Canadians and the Canadian businesses. When do we see some specific measures from the federal government on what you're doing, and what measures will you take to help provinces who are going to be disproportionately hit by this latest oil shock?
Well, those are important questions. First and foremost, my colleague Patty Hydew has been in daily contact, often hourly contact, with ministers of health across the country. So working together to make sure that our health system remains strong, that all the resources are there as required. In terms of moving forward on measures that we can actually use to assure people that we've supported them, that we've supported their organizations if necessary, we're working on some responses right now. So I think what you'll see from us is a continued approach where as we have measures that we think are appropriate to roll out, based on the facts, we will do so, and you'll see some things this week.
Specifically in the last 48 hours.
À quel point vous êtes personnellement inquiet de la situation, puis à quel point le déficit va être beaucoup plus grand que le 30 milliards auquel vous nous avez habitués?
Ce que je veux dire, nous sommes dans une bonne position au niveau fiscal, comme j'ai dit. Ça veut dire qu'on a la possibilité de faire des choses pour améliorer notre économie si c'est nécessaire. Donc, on va considérer comment nous pouvons aider les employés, les compagnies, comment nous pouvons aider l'économie si c'est nécessaire. Mais ça va être avec les faits. Ça veut dire que si on a les faits, si c'est nécessaire de faire des choses, on va faire des choses. Et c'est bon d'avoir une bonne position pour commencer.
Specifically on the oil price.
Are you going to delay the budget, sir?
Sur les déficits.
I think it's important not to think about the budget as an event. We, in the past, we've reacted to economic challenges when those economic challenges come up. So we will, as necessary, move forward. When we had challenges with steel and aluminum tariffs, we moved forward in dealing with those challenges when they come up. So we are looking at taking some initiatives this week. We will certainly be going through deliberations and what the appropriate budget stance is. But as the economy develops, we will be responding appropriately.
Specifically on oil and gas prices, have events in the last 48 hours changed your approach to the budget?
Well, again, I think we need to be thinking about how we respond to events appropriately, and that will not necessarily be just about the budget. So we recognize that there are sectors of our economy that are going to go through real challenges because of the changes right now. So that is clear in the tourism sector, it's clear in the energy sector, and we'll be looking at how we can make sure that we are appropriately dealing with those challenges.
Monsieur Morneau, le Parti conservateur a utilisé le mot récession aujourd'hui. Il a dit que c'était inévitable qu'on allait tomber en récession. Qu'est-ce que vous répondez à ces propos du Parti conservateur qui parlent de récession déjà?
Ce que je voudrais dire, nous sommes dans une bonne position au niveau du chômage, c'est bon. Nous sommes dans une bonne position au niveau de notre position fiscale. C'est une bonne position d'avoir au début. Bien sûr, on a des défis. On a des défis avec le COVID-19. C'est vrai que c'est un défi. On ne sait pas encore la durée, la situation est très dynamique. On a aussi un défi avec le prix du pétrole, c'est clair. Donc, on a en ce moment une situation où il y a un niveau de volatilité, un niveau d'incertitude. On va continuer de faire de planning pour assurer que nous avons des mesures pour améliorer la situation pour les Canadiens et les Canadiennes, pour les entreprises si c'est nécessaire et pour notre économie. On a la possibilité de faire des choses importantes.
Can you give us a budget date, sir? Can you give us a
Le
budget
déficit
date?
va être plus important que 30 milliards de dollars. Est-ce que la question est assez simple? Allez-vous creuser le déficit plus que 30 milliards de dollars?
C'est clair que nous sommes dans une position très volatile. Donc, avec ça, on est en train de considérer les mesures qui sont importantes. Je ne peux pas vous dire en ce moment, avant qu'on fait le budget, exactement notre situation. Ce que je peux dire, nous avons un très bon bilan fiscal. Nous avons une bonne situation pour faire les mesures si les mesures sont nécessaires.
If there is a recession, hypothetical, if there is a recession, you are prepared to run higher deficits to combat the downturn.
I think what I'm trying to say clearly to Canadians is we have a strong fiscal position. We have been lowering our level of debt as a function of our economy for the past 4 years. That puts us in a good position to support people as they go through challenges. It puts us in a good position to support our healthcare system so we can ensure it stays strong, puts us in a good position to make measures for companies as they face challenges, and of course, puts us in a good position to deal with any potential challenges in the economy. So what we'll finally do will be very much about the facts.
To Theo's question,
Are you considering giving cash payouts to people who have to stay home because of the virus? Look at Hong Kong, for example. They're giving $10,000 to every person over the age of 18.
We are looking at a host of things that we might be able to do to ensure that people have the capacity to deal with their personal challenge as they go through what could be a difficult time. So that is an important thing that we need to do. At the same time, we need to be thinking about how we ensure that, broadly speaking, we're dealing with the parts of our economy that are going to be most challenged. So these are some of the pieces of analysis that are going on right now. And when we have more specifics, we'll come out. Of course, it'll be very much dependent on the facts. We're going to look at the facts of the situation to determine the right response.
Is now the time for a budget, or will it be more of an economic update instead?
Again, I think what's important to think about is that we respond to challenges as challenges arise. We prepare budgets because there's a legislative cycle, and that's an important function that we take care of. But what we're going to do is be looking at how we actually deal with the certitude, creating certitude that our health system stays strong, that people have the capacity to deal with their families in a challenging time, that businesses can make it through any challenges that they have, and that our economy remains strong. The budget will be one piece of that.
What about Alberta? What about Newfoundland and Labrador, right? You're reviewing the fiscal stabilization program. It's moments like this that program is designed to work, but it has not been updated in decades. Will you accelerate that? Will we see something of that in the budget or at the First Minister table? Because you can't have a strong health system in a place like Newfoundland and Labrador if you're going broke because of the oil shock.
I think that a number of the premiers, I'm sure, are going to be talking about the importance of the fiscal stabilization approach. The finance ministers have brought that to me. We see that that system should be updated. It hasn't been updated, as you said, for more than a couple of decades. We want to make sure it responds to significant financial shocks for provinces. So that work, as I promised, the finance minister, is ongoing, and we will have the results of that in the pretty near term so that we can talk about that to them and assure them that they have a system that works.
And do you see now as the time? So there's some debate from economists on whether.
I guess the louder you speak, the more likely.
You gotta do what you can, Minister. But there's debate among economists whether now is the time for stimulus spending or whether now is not the time. I'm wondering, given the economic changes that you're seeing, do you see this as a time for stimulus spending? Is that sort of the antidote, or is it something different?
I don't actually think there's that much debate among economists. I think what we're seeing internationally is people recognize that monetary policy can play a part in dealing with economic challenges, but that fiscal policy is critically important. So the reason I emphasize our very strong balance sheet is I want Canadians to know that we have the capacity to deal with challenges exactly like this. So we have been working hard for the last 4 years to make sure that we invest to get to strong levels of employment, to get to good situations for Canadians, but at the same time protecting our ability to respond in times of challenge. So we will respond appropriately in a time of challenge.
Est-ce que vous êtes prêt à augmenter les paiements de transfert aux provinces pour la santé? Ça risque d'être une demande qui va être évoquée lors de la conférence des premiers ministres. Les transferts en santé, est-ce que vous seriez prêt à augmenter légèrement pour composer avec le coronavirus?
Ce que je peux dire, mon collègue Paddy Haidu est avec ses homologues chaque journée pour considérer leur situation, pour assurer que notre système de santé provincial fonctionne bien. Donc, ça continue d'être une chose très importante. Nous allons considérer comment nous pouvons assurer les Canadiennes qu'on a un très bon système, qu'il y a toujours assez de ressources. Ça, c'est très important. Et s'il y a quelque chose de Paddy, je vais le considérer.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much.
Can you give us a budget date?
We are of course working towards ensuring that we have a budget that is considering the long-term goals of dealing with issues and challenges that we have today, as well as the important things that Canadians want, and that is taking us some time. We will announce the budget date when we're sure that we're ready to deliver, which will be soon.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.